everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a special one. It's my very first coaster ranking video. It's a long time coming, you know. And what is a better place to start than the roller coaster capital of the world, Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. From massive steel giants to nostalgic classics, this park has it all. And in this video, I will be ranking every major coaster that I have ridden and sharing my honest thoughts, experiences, and a few cool facts along the way. So let's jump right in. Starting strong with none other than Steel Vengeance, the record-breaking RMC Hyper Hybrid Coaster. It towers 205 feet over Frontier Town. The ride opened in 2018 and is instantly redefined what a roller coaster could be. The ride opened in 2018 and instantly redefined what a roller coaster could be. It has a 200-foot drop at 90 degrees, and it speeds up to 74 miles per hour. And it has over 27 seconds of airtime. That is some of the most of any coaster on this planet. With a total track length of 5,740 feet and 4 inversions, Steel Vengeance combines the wood and steel structure of the old Mean Streak with the cutting-edge technology from Rocky Mountain Construction, or RMC. Every ride feels like a mix of chaos and control, from that towering first drop to the endless rolls and twist near the end. Its intensity, it's smooth, and also absolutely world class. Next up is Top Thrill 2, the long-awaited revival of Cedar Point's most famous strata coaster. This takes the legendary Top Thrill dragster and reimagines it with a new story and a triple launch system by Zamperla. It launches riders not once, not twice, but 3 times, hitting speeds of 120 miles per hour in just seconds. You're rocketed forward, then backwards up a reverse spike before one final blast that launches you over 420-foot top hat. It is a breathtaking blend of speed, height, and power, and while it's a short ride, the sheer adrenaline rush makes it unforgettable. Top Thrill 2 proves that legends never die, they just evolve. Addition to the park, Siren's Curse, Cedar Point's Vekoma Tilt Coaster, which opened on June 28, 2025. This ride has completely changed the skyline near the lakefront, standing 160 feet tall with a track length of 2,966 feet. It features a jaw-dropping 90-degree drop and 2 inversions. But the signature moment comes when the whole entire platform tilts with the vehicle that you're on and tips forward, locks in place, and then releases the train straight down to its main drop. It's smooth, it's intense, and unlike anything that you can experience at the park. Vekoma's new generation of track design delivers an incredibly smooth ride, as well as a great mix of airtime, hang time, and near-miss elements. Siren's Curse proves that Cedar Point isn't slowing down anytime soon, and it is embracing the future of coaster design. Next up is Maverick, Cedar Point's Wild Intamin Blitz coaster. This is one that is all about unpredictability. Twist, diving, launching you through the Old West section of the park with serious attitude. It stands at just 105 feet tall. It didn't break any records when it opened, but don't let that fool you. It hit speeds up to 70 miles per hour and has 2 launches. It features a 95-degree vertical drop, which feels like you're being whipped out of your seat while going down it. It opened in 2007, but has been thrown in guest ever since. It has snappy transitions, and its unique layout hugs the terrain. Maverick is definition of compact intensity, but is one of my personal favorites. And shout out to Airtime Thrills who helped me with the footage that I didn't get of these coasters, giving them a shout out, and thanks again. To one of the most iconic coasters ever built, Millennium Force. The Intamin Giga opened in 2000 with the world's first coaster over 300 feet, which tops out at 310 feet with an 80-degree first drop. It reaches speeds of 93 miles an hour. It has a track length that stretches over 6,590 feet, 95 feet in length, taking riders across the park through the entire section of Frontier Trail. Also, it is known for its smooth and sweeping turns. Millennium Force is often described as a pure coaster bliss. It is not one of the most intense, but there's something magical about that first drop overlooking the Lake Erie. It is fast, graceful, timeless, and even after 25 years, it's still one of the best and most beloved coasters in the world. Even with all the coasters that Cedar Point has, this is in my top 5 in the park. So it shows you that even though it opened in 2000, it still is one of the best in the parks. Next is going to be Raptor. So let's talk about Raptor, one of the park's iconic B&M inverted coasters. It stands at 137 feet tall, hitting a speed of 57 miles per hour. Featuring 6 inversions, Raptor has been dominating the skyline since 1994. It's smooth, forceful, and the Cobra roll is one of the best moments in the park. The pacing is incredible. It's like flying on the rails. And this is one of those rides that just defines a generation of coasters and is a true B&M classic. At the park's front entrance, you can't miss Gatekeeper. The stunning B&M wing coaster soars directly over the park's front gates at 170 feet tall and 67 miles per hour. It's all about elegance and visuals, with 6 smooth inversions and near-miss elements that make every rider flinch. It's not the most forceful, but it is absolutely one of the most scenic coasters at Cedar Point. Valraven is Cedar Point's towering B&M dive coaster, standing at 223 feet tall with a 90-degree drop and speeds of 75 miles per hour. It offers massive airtime and sweeping inversions. The best part is hanging by the edge for that drop. It's pure suspense. It's short but thrilling and one of the park's most photogenic rides. Now we go back in time to a true legend, Magnum XL200, the world's first full-circuit coaster to break the 200-foot mark. Opening in 1989, this aerodynamic hypercoaster changed the industry forever. Standing at 205 feet tall with a 194-foot drop, speeds up to 72 miles per hour, it remains one of the most historic rides at the park. Magnum delivers an old-school intensity with ejector airtime that is as wild today as it was 35 years ago. The view from the lift hill over Lake Erie is truly iconic, and that final airtime run is literally insane, and is still one of the best endings to any coaster out there. Now let's talk about Gemini, Cedar Point's twin-track racing coaster. Built by Aerodynamics in 1978, Gemini features a 125-foot lift, 60-mile-per-hour top speeds, and 3,935 feet of track. It's part steel and part wood. It's a true hybrid before hybrid coasters were even a thing. The racing element is so much fun, especially when both trains are neck and neck. It is smooth, fast, nostalgic. And after all these years, it still remains a must-ride in the park.
like it when you move it, so tell me how you do it. Moving to the beat, grab a kick and let's do it. I like it when you move it, throw it fit, looking fresh. Got a pay up in my pocket and I'm ready to spend it. I like it when you move it, throw it fit, looking fresh. Got a pay up in my pocket and I'm ready to spend it.
Iron Dragon is Cedar Point's suspended coaster from Aerodynamics. It opened in 1987, and it swings through the trees over the lagoon, giving an experience that's calm yet surprising. It's not the most thrilling, but it's a classic, and it gives Cedar Point that classic charm. It also is one of the weakest aerodynamic coasters out there that are left. There aren't very many. Streak is the park's oldest operating coaster, built in 1964, standing at 78 feet tall, with a track length of 2,558 feet. It's a traditional out and back wooden coaster packed with airtime and history. Cedar Creek Mine Ride is a family-friendly classic from 1969, designed by Aerodynamic. It is one of the oldest steel coasters on the property, with a height of 48 feet tall and a top speed of 42 miles per hour. It is a gentle journey through the frontier town area, full of scenic turns, a surprisingly long layout, and it's not about thrills, it's about nostalgic charm that delivers every time. Also, it's just a really beautiful ride too over the creek, and that it's just so gorgeous. so is Cedar Point's B&M floorless coaster, which was, when it first opened, Mantis. They just switched the trains out from stand-up trains to floorless trains. It stands at 145 feet tall. It hits 60 miles per hour. It features 4 inversions. The floorless trains make it a much smoother and more enjoyable ride experience. It's a great mid-tier thrill ride that deserves a little bit more love than it gets. Corkscrew is pure nostalgia. Built in 1976 by Aerodynamics, it was the first coaster to have 3 inversions. At 85 feet tall and 48 miles per hour, it's rough but historic. That famous corkscrew over the Midway still delivers great visuals and a classic coaster experience, while also delivering in classic coaster history. Wild Mouse is one of the newest family coasters for the park. It was a part of the reimagined boardwalk area. This Zamperla spinning Wild Mouse might not be huge, but it packs laughs and a surprisingly forceful experience on those sharp turns. Woodstock Express. Woodstock Express is a classic family coaster in the Camp Snoopy section. It's a small Vekoma Junior coaster that is perfect for young riders. It's smooth, colorful, and full of energy, and is actually surprisingly forceful. It was a lot of fun. Now, it is hard being a tall person to get into those seats. The list of coasters at Cedar Point, we finally end with Wilderness Run, Cedar Point's first coaster for kids. It's a tiny, intimate ride that offers a child's first ever coaster ride, and that's what makes it special. It may not have height or speed, but it's where so many coaster journeys begin. And that wraps up my first ever coaster ranking video. And why not be at the most famous coaster park in the world, or at least one of the most famous coaster parks in the world, Cedar Point. From record-breaking giants like Steel Vengeance to timeless classics like Blue Streak, every ride here has its own story and its own personality. If you enjoyed this ranking, hit that like button, subscribe for more coaster content as well as travel content. Drop a comment with your personal favorite Cedar Point ranking below. It doesn't have to be all of them. You can do top 3, top 5, or just tell me your favorite coaster. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next adventure. Bye-bye.